Hello everybody, it's Suffolk Blue, all the way from merry old England. How the devil are you? I hope you're well. Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. If you remember last time, we're in the catacombs, and we're looking for the entrance to the Temple of Rutica, which is to do with our main quest line, where we're trying to work out sort of why we are now a watcher and what affected us. So we've made it to this point here. If we just have a quick look at the map, if you remember, we had trolls and dank spores and all sorts, and a weird chap over here who was practicing on things quite unnecessarily, but we couldn't do anything with him. But we're going to go down, we're going to carry on now and head deeper into the catacombs. Hopefully we're going to be able to come across the entrance to the temple. Okay, here we are. Let's go into stealth mode straight away. Oh, oh, it's that man! Older robed man. In front of you looms the ghostly hollow image of the man who was present at your awakening. He casts a pale, sickly light in the dank corridor as he regards you.
You are from Kratom, my boy.
His words are an echo in your mind from a time long past, and you know your response before you speak it, as if it's always been there. So I can pick any of these, and it's the right answer, basically. I think this is what they're saying. So yes, I was born there.
A remarkable city. Truly one of the most impressive we have encountered outside of our own. Many exceptional people who have joined our cause come from Kratom.
Okay.
What made you decide to join our order?
So this, again, this is absolutely going to be our right answer, because we know the answer before we said it. So, your teaching spoke to me. The world needs to know about the true gods. I think I went through dark times, nothing made sense. I saw the gods grant miracles. I'm honestly not sure. The world needs to know about the true gods. Shall I be a zealot? Let's be a zealot.
Remember never to be discouraged by those who cling to their beliefs. They are worthy of our pity, not our scorn.
Okay, zealot's not good then.
Are you ready to take the oath? To spread the word of the gods to the lost and heathen?
I am. Ooh, weird. Weird. Let's go back into...
Quickly and quietly.
We're going to keep into this sort of mode because we've caught up with traps upstairs, and I'm not sure whether there will be any more traps down here, so we're just going to lay low. Nope, nothing down here. That's a false wall. Look at it. Look at it. You can see the line.
I haven't seen before.
I love that. Look at. Let me show you how I can see this. Look at the line. You can see the dark line there. You can see the dark line there. That's a false wall. And if there's a false wall, there must. I actually thought it was going to be one of these torches, but actually it's apparently this bit here. In we go.
Would you look at this?
Can we undo that? Nope. So let's go around it. Like
and the fire shows me something new.
Let's see if we can do this one. Yep. Ooh, there's a stag helm. 2 athletics plus 1 dexterity. That would go well on the hunter. And we've got some balloons and some peridot. Excellent. Let's go straight into there and put that on her right away, because she won't have... where's that gone? She won't have any helmet, will she? Under this one? Yep. Okay, let's put that straight on her. That's what she looks like. She's now a proper hunter. Crazy. Now, I'm also going to give her the rabbit crit multipliers, because she hasn't got any gloves either. Her bow is pretty good. I wonder if now, can we look at maybe doing some upgrades to some of these things, because we picked up loads of stuff. Quality, it's already fine. Can't do anything with that. Secondary damage, no. Slaying. Primordial spirit or kith. Kith is accuracy against humans, Amuna, Odlin, godlikes, dwarfs, elves, damage against human. Oh, that's pretty good. Enchant. Close. So now her bow is going to be extra damage against slaying humans and Amua and Odlins and godlike dwarfs, elves, and plus 25 damage against them. So when we come up to hunters and stuff, that fine war bow is going to be pretty useful for us. I wonder if there's any more that we can just do while we're here, while we have a look at it. Who else does a lot of damage? You. You do a lot of damage. Can we enchant that? Let's have a look. Quality you can't do anything with. We can't make it exceptional yet. We need a ruby and a Vithrak brain. And we can't do anything on there either. So no more enchantments just yet. Let's get out of here without standing on that trap, because it would be no. Wolf or fox or whatever you are. It's not a good move. Let's keep going. I'm going to stay in this stealth mode. I know it's slower, but I'm a little bit concerned. Oh. Didn't pause us, so I knew they weren't dangerous. They can see us though, so... The mercenary eyes you warily as you approach, his weapon readied. What are you doing here? You don't look like one of that masked lot. Okay, so relax. How would I know to be here if I didn't belong? I left my mark inside, let me pass. Or perhaps I could bribe him. What's going on here? Let's try some intellect, because let's see if we can outthink him. Relax. How would I know to be here if I didn't belong? He thinks carefully, then nods. Alright then, go on in. Report to the Acolyte and she'll give you your assignment. They should be just about finished with their meeting in the big chamber. Any idea what's going on around here? A word of advice, friend. Don't ask questions. Just go and do as you're told. Do you know anything about this place? He shakes his head. As far as can tell, we're underneath first fires, probably under that ruined temple. Okay, farewell. So, I think it's going to be useful to us from what he just said for me to put this mask on. Dark mask, yep. So it looks pretty cool though, look at that. You know what, if I made the robes black and maybe turned that to a white or a darker colour. Look at that. How evil does that look? We're not going to do that though. We're going to stay as our white and our gold. Oh, that's a bit bright. Where was the colour? Ah, that's better. That's a good colour. There we go. We're back. Ah, so in we go then. Let's go. Let's have a look. Press the tab. It's not stealing, so I'll take it. Anything that's a stealing thing, I won't do. Let's also go into creep mode, because you never know if there's going to be secrets or stuff hidden around here. We've got some milk, some cheese, some grain, some oil. There's a proper little thing going on there. Symbol of Rudica on the wall. So it looks like we're in the right place. By the deeds of my tongue and... oh, that's not it. Okay, that's odd. So let's quickly go and take what we can. Do goods. The book lies on the table. Its pages filled with some kind of unintelligible cryptography. The queen that was and still is. Okay, that's a lot of words, but that's all about Rudica. We'll take that.
There, done.
And we've got a dagger, Valoon, and some silver loose. I'm taking this only because they're not stealing. If it was stealing, we wouldn't be doing that.
How do you do?
Hello. A lone figure paces back and forth, tapping his fingers at his sides, muttering to himself. He jumps when he sees you, his hands on his chest. By the flame, you startled me. Shouldn't you be in the meeting, attendant? The Acolyte's waiting for you. He clasps his hands, his thumbs twitching. It's not time for the initiate's meeting, is it? He twiddles his fingertips. Fingertips. Fingertips, even. I'll be ready soon. It's a Freudian slip. Tell me about the meeting. This must be your first time. The Acolyte communicates with each of us individually to hear of our progress on old tasks and to assign new ones. He shivers with a mixture of pleasure and dread. It's a unique process. She's a cipher, so she can speak to you without words. Fascinating, until you realise she can probably read your thoughts just as easily. What do you know of these tasks? He laughs nervously. I know what I absolutely need to. We protect the secrets of the gods, so discretion is essential. He waves a hand between the two of you. We receive our instructions from the Acolyte, just as she receives hers from someone else, and so on, right up to the Grandmaster. Our role is to obey, knowing as little about the overall plan, and each other, as possible. Okay. So he's not going to tell me about the secrets. How can you be confident you're doing the right thing when you know so little? He snorts. That's easy. The leaden key has been around for ages. By the blessing of the gods, you only have to look around to see the perils of trying to usurp divine power. Killing a god in the Saints' War has cursed us all, and the heresy of animancy has only worsened matters. Try to replace the soul and you inevitably end up with a monster. It's all been a warning. There are some powers we just shouldn't have. I see. We've been entrusted with important work. It's an honour, but not without its challenges. So what are you doing here, then? He resumes his pacing. I've been practicing the passphrases. I know them backwards and forwards, but I get so nervous every time I think about repeating them to the acolyte. He wrings his hands. Okay, practice on me. Pass phrases, so we're going to need to know these. Okay, he ushers in a deep breath with fluttering hands. Here goes. First question. State your name and purpose. Answer. My name belongs to the gods and my hand to their service. Should I be writing these down, do you think? Am I going to need to remember these? Let's get a bit of paper and a pen. So, belongs to the gods and hand service. Second question. What company do you seek? Answer. I seek the company of shadows, that our labours may remain secret. So I'll just put seek company of shadows. Okay. Third question. Tell me of your labours. Answer. To see that the craft of Kith and Wilder does not disturb what bones the gods have buried. Kith and Wilder bones buried. All I'm doing is writing down the keywords to help me remember in case there's a long list. Fourth question. How do we know your purpose? Answer. You shall know it by the confession of my tongue, the deeds of my hand, and the oath on my soul. So, confession of tongue, deeds of hand, oath, soul. Fifth question, and how is your oath guarded? Answer, it is sealed by the leaden key. Okay, sealed by leaden key. Sounds like you've got it. I do, I think. He bites his lip. I'm just going to practice a few more times for myself before the meeting. Okay, goodbye. Useful, so now we've got the pass keys, and I have just written them down. So this should help us. Where have we got to go? Here, okay. Just come through. We haven't found any secrets just yet, but we'll have a little look in a sec. Can we speak to any of those? No, those are just mercenaries, but let's have a try and see whether any of them say anything. No. She's in peak now. Oh, let's do...
My eyes are peeled.
Going into secret mode. I can't imagine they'd have traps here to kill their own acolytes, but you never know.
See now
Ooh.
what the flame has shown us?
That's new. What's that? We've got a scroll of protection, some ducats, a hatchet, and a fine rod. We'll take those. Some sort of meeting hall. More mercenaries. Another big vase, so we'll go in there. It's not stealing. Ooh, copper wire. What's that? I don't know what that is. And what's that? Primal rock. Chiseled portion of rock, slate grey and poked with gleaming minerals. When set on the ground, it floats a small distance above the earth. Oh. Those are ingredients according to the chat log down here, so that's more upgrade stuff. Can't see anything. We're moving very gingerly through here. There's another pot. Oh! Aloth falters and brings a hand to his forehead. He takes a staggering step forward, coughing and spluttering.
Back, ye clod! Those hooded fiends are nigh to be trusted!
Elf! Pull yourself together! He grimaces, catching his breath. It's nothing, I'm fine. He coughs again. This probably isn't the best place to linger anyhow. Okay, so Aloth is having some issues. Ducats. Let's go back into...
My eyes are peeled.
Can't see anything. There's just a door. Oh, Odlin. You hear murmurs and chants on the other side of the door. A ritual of some sort is already underway. Beckon your party to follow you into the chamber. Continue... I better go alone. I've got the mask on. Let's do it alone. You open the door and stride into the chamber. Right, let's hope I wrote these down properly. Shrouded woman. Who is she? Here she is. Several shrouded figures are lined up across from a hooded woman. The figure at the head of the line approaches her, and the woman places her outstretched hands on the stranger's forehead. They stand in silent communication as you look on. A few moments later, the stranger steps aside and resumes his place in the circle around the statue. Okay. The woman turns toward you. You are late, attendant. Even though her face is concealed, you sense her rage in her dangerously low voice, and in the sudden silence of the others in the chamber.
I've been waiting on your reports. Quickly now, state your name and purpose.
The woman beckons you closer with curling fingers. She rests her open hand on your forehead, and you feel the heat from her palm through the thick material of your hood. Her voice is so low and soft that you are not certain whether she is speaking aloud or in your head. State your name and purpose. Okay, so state my name. Oh, they're already here. My name belongs to my gods in the hand of the service. Okay.
What company do you seek?
Oh, I didn't need to write any of these down.
Tell
Okay.
me of your labors. How do we know your purpose? And how is your oath guarded? Welcome, attendant. Tell me of your exploits.
Dang it! Her voice reaches you as a whisper, slithering first into one ear, then the other. In your mind you see a building magnificent with trestles and tiles located on a pristine boulevard. The wealthy and learned stroll in and out, trading knowledge and coin.
Does he wait still?
Yet it houses misery and madness. Somewhere within its rotten core sits a man, his hair matted, but his eyes alert. He watches and waits, a prisoner by choice. Yes, he's still there then, so this is what we're seeing. Does he wait? Yes.
Did they arrive?
The Acolyte's vision takes you out of Defiance Bay into a town in the wilderness with a watermill. A signpost on one of the paths reads, Direford. Several figures huddled together, shrouded in cloaks and hoods. An image of the ruins suddenly looms in your mind. Two skeletal effigies flank a cleft in the mountainside. Well, yeah, they're outside. Apparently they arrived.
Your information shall be relayed. Now, for your next task.
The ruins fade from your mind, and in their place is a palimpsest of a neighbourhood. Run-down estates are cobbled around a cemetery and an ancient tower. That will be Heritage Hill. Savage shapes prowl the streets, and in the tower a man hunches over a strange mechanism. You can't see him clearly, but there's something unnatural about him.
Stop him. And above all, don't let him meet her.
You see a woman deathly pale with a scar over her heart. That's the woman in the house. The Acolyte shows you a door at the base of a tower, a seemingly impenetrable slab of stone and copper. That's the tower in Heritage Hill. But then she shows you the invisible split between the perfectly matched halves, and you understand how the copper veins convert a command into action. The command comes into your mind, a surprisingly familiarity about it. You know how to open the door. I shall. Her hand rests slightly on your head. Have you any questions, attendant? Oh, we got some experience. Good, good. What is this place? This is what remains of the Temple of Udica. The Acolyte shows you a grand structure surrounded by the faithful. The fires of revolution destroyed everything above us and left the remains abandoned, perfect for our purposes. Who are you? I am the Acolyte. That is all you need to know. Okay, and then we can see... Show me the prisoner. So we need... He's here somewhere then. The runes. We've got to find Direford. And there's a man in the tower. Well, we know that man in the tower. Well, we don't know him, but we know of the tower. Farewell. Through Death's Gate. So we've got some new quests. The man who waits. The lead showed me the vision of an agent of a place of misery and madness. I need to find this agent and discover his or her plan to see if it holds any clues to find the man I'm searching for. Okay. The Acolyte showed me a vision of an ancient tower and a derelict of fire. I know where that is. I know exactly what that is. We might go there first. The Acolyte showed me the mysterious ruins somewhere outside of Direford. The leaden key has sent operatives to find the site, though their purpose is unknown to me. We've still got to go to Andra's gift. We can do that. Excellent. So that was good news. Can we go through here now without being killed? Apparently we can.
Got it.
There's something over here. Oh, it's not stealing, so we're taking it. Ooh. Talk of Defiance. Defiance. Concentration plus 10. Talk of Defiance. Only usable by a ranger. 10% defense against charmed, dominated, confused. 10% concentration. Only usable by a ranger. We'll take that. Let's go to here. To the stash. Bring that down because it can only be used by her. And she won't need that cloak anymore anyway. She's now wearing a torque, which is going to help her concentration, apparently. Let's flick that. Oh, it's a lever. Let's just go into stealth mode and see if there's anything.
Discreet.
See if there's anything hidden around here. There's another vase. There's a... Devotees have placed assorted keys, their teeth filed away among the riddles of wax. Okay. seeing anything. Whether by design or consequence of the sputtering of candlelights, the hooded face is almost impossible to see. Okay, let's go where these stairs lead then.
You must gather your party.
Hush now, we've got our party together. Right, we know where that tower is. I'm really interested. I might go over there straight away. Let's do that. I think, because we know that is, we've already cleared the area out as well, so we just have to go to the tower and we can get entrance. Ah, we're here! So that's now opened up that temple.
A moment, please. I feel I should explain myself.
Okay, let's have a listen.
About my episode in the catacombs. There's something I should have told you earlier.
So tell me now. He clasped his hands together, slowly massaging even, a knuckle with his thumb. I meant no harm. I thought I could keep it to myself. That when we resolved the matter of your soul, we would address my problem.
I also have an awakened soul. But, unlike yours, mine is a presence that shares my senses and my skin, making herself manifest at the most unwelcome times.
Oh dear. He closes his eyes and grits his teeth. His lips quiver and twitch with the vestiges of some internal debate. Several seconds later he opens his eyes again. They're watery and bloodshot.
I'm sorry. I've tried to learn to control Isilmir. I've gotten stronger, but so has she.
Tell me about Isilmir.
Artless, uncouth, a creature of rash impulses and feeble faculties. She wags her impertinent tongue when she should listen.
Oh dear.
Aye, this one's fit to boil. Hard to get this gaff over anything tisn't to do with books and spell speak.
He grimaces, running his hands through his hair. I have none of her memories. Bereth spared me that much. But her coarse manners and intolerable Hull speak suggest a provincial from very, very long time ago. She tends to surface at a hair's breadth from conflict, when the fuse has been burned down and the teeth are on edge, and when she shows up she doesn't stop to gauge the situation, she just acts. She seems reckless. That's it exactly. You recall the way she'd go to those villages in Gilded Vale. She doesn't think, she doesn't back down, and trying to suppress that has been my problem for years. So why didn't you say something sooner?
I learned to keep her a secret a very long time ago. Those with awakened souls are shunned, mistrusted. And after your experience with Meerwald, I'm certain you can see why. You need to be careful.
Is this going to be a problem?
Merely an annoyance. Although...
He lowers his voice and clasps his hand behind his back. Minute twitches and spasms along his arms betray his fidgeting.
Defiance Bay is said to have an entire institution dedicated to the study and cure of soul-related ailments. Since our journeys have already brought us to the city, perhaps we could speak with someone there.
If it's helpful to you, we will go.
Thank you. This has been a great burden.
Time to get moving. So we need to find an expert in awakenings somewhere in Defiance Bay. Might be useful for me, because I went through an awakening. Right, where are we? We're in First Fires. There's Heritage Hill, we can go straight there. Wanderer's Gift. I think we should go straight to here. Let's speed her up. Because we know where this tower is anyway. Heritage Hill. Now, I don't know whether they may have respawned anything or whether there'll be some more baddies back. But if there are, we'll deal with those anyway. But we know where the tower is, so let's go over there and see if we can't get in. Enter the tower in Heritage Hill. One slow mode. Let's go to normal mode. Oh, there's a box here. Is that? Yes, it is. I thought it was the camping materials. Good. This is where we need to be. Back here again. Now I know how to open this door now. The massive stone door of the tower is sealed, and there doesn't appear to be any way of opening it. Speak the words you learn from the leaden key acolyte. You hear rumbles and clanks from hidden tumblers as the door unlocks. Continue. Awesome. So we're now in this Tower of Ardra by the looks of it. We need to be careful.
Whispers and shadows.
Okay, there we go. Straight in. We've got ghouls, so we've got undead. Can you hit him from there? You cannot. Your range on that bow is awful.
Ready, Watcher.
Okay, I want you to go straight into attack. I want you to come in and attack here.
Hey.
Yes?
And I'm also going to use yours as well. Because we know that they don't like... Is that a dark ghoul? It is. We know that they don't like... Skeletal Wizard. We've got to focus on him for definite. Let's put on...
I'm here.
Spot on! That's it!
Good, and then just finish off the last one. Okay, well if we're going to be awkward about it...
Help.
Vessel flesh, some vessel bones.
Indeed.
There's a machine going on in here though. Let's have a look. Trindig's letter. Dearest Mother and Father, you will be pleased to hear that I've learned much already since coming to the city. There are many incredible ruins nearby, and Master Craig has allowed me to accompany him on a number of expeditions. I am writing to you from inside the ancient Engwithan Tower. There's an entire district built up around it, but the locals have mostly left the tower untouched. They have let us set up temporary living quarters here, so our work can continue uninterrupted. It is an unsettling place at times, but Master Craig has been a constant comfort, and he is quick to remind me that things we learn from this tower may one day help us find the cure for Waidwin's legacy. I'd better get some rest now. Mr. Craig likes to be up early to start the day. Okay. All my love, Trindig. Oops. Crumpled page from Aldam's journal. Day 7. A week of study and we're still none the wiser about this device. Trindig remains optimistic. I don't know what I'll do without his spirit. Okay. Let's take all of those. Essence shimmers and pulsates within the strange device.
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
There's the bed. Mattress is lumpy and smells of old straw, but whoever slept here last made it neatly. Game paused. Reverence. Okay. I'm not seeing anything. Nothing hidden. We'll go to the left. We will go to the left. So this is some sort of power machine. It looks like liquid, but I'm sure it's not.
Dead on!
That's it!
Last one. There we go.
Huh?
Everything's dead. Just a bow and some bone. We've got a potion of power. Attack speed. Okay. That can go to him. He's full. Okay, well that's not good. Can we move all this stuff to the... We cannot. Okay. Journal from Aldam's journal. Day 2. We completed our measurements of the machine thanks to Trindig's youthful agility. Further examination is required to discover its intended use.
You give me any more gifts and people will start thinking you're playing favorites.
Yeah, we need to move all of this rubbish into... Probably should have gone and sold a load of this stuff beforehand, but it's okay. Let's move all these traps into the hunter as well. I'll just give a bit of space to some of these, I think. We've got to do a lot of selling when we get out of here, make lots of money, which is good news. I could look at... I don't really want to get rid of his staff, though. Durance, I was going to say, I could look at giving Durance a ranged weapon, but I like the fact that he's got you know, a little bit of clobbering going on. Let's move all of this stuff down. Attack power I'm going to give to you, like that. Okay. Back into secret mode.
Quickly and quietly.
Looks like this tower goes around. Skeletal wizard. Really going to need to beat him. Can I pause him?
Yes?
No, I don't like that whole move now. Just go in and attack, I think.
What? That's it.
Is that the wizard there? Good. Everyone on him. Gotta get rid of that wizard. Very important to do that. Can you do a heal, please?
Let's go!
That was messy, but we got there in the end. Lots of stuff. We'll take all of that. Oh, there's got to be a trap. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. It's obvious. Like a giant hole in the wall. Oh, no, wrong one.
Time to see and not be seen.
Debris. Okay. Oh, there is no trap then. I thought there was going to be, but apparently not. Seems to be the big bed. There's a door. We've got leather armor and some loose. Patting the scratchy old coverlet thickens the air with dust. No one has used this bed in weeks. Well, that's the edges done of the tower. There's only one place to go, and that is up the tower. So let's do that. Keep low. We've at least cleared out some more of the undead down here. So this has got to be an animancy place, hasn't it? It's got to be. Let's go up. Let's see. Okay. I don't know how big this tower is going to get. I haven't seen anyone in here just yet. More of the machine. Oh, there's a Dargle.
Dead on!
Okay.
What?
Let's go!
Just keep hitting him. Just keep hitting it.
That's it.
Boom. Excellent. Just some vessel flesh.
Sure.
Reverent. Why am my warriors at the back? What happened there? What exactly occurred there? You need to come to here.
Oh?
And I'm going to need to do this quickly.
Yes?
And I'm going to steal, I think, Crucible of the Soul, Speaker of the Restless. Get 2 per rest, so I may as well.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Oof, there we go. Vessel flesh. And some bones. There's a hidden compartment here. We can see it, look, it's already purple. If we go into this
Sharp
mode,
eyes and keen ears.
then we can get it. More scrolls. Let's open here. Another power potion and some phoenix. The scroll contains a pen and ink diagram of the Aldra device running through the tower. Despite copious measurements and carefully drawn detail, it gives no indication of the machine's purpose. The works of Engwithan's comprehensive guide. Okay. Can't take it though. The pulling, pounding energy in the machine feels even stronger up here.
No problem.
Reverent.
No problem.
Let's go!
Is that a wizard? No. Just checking if there's wizards.
That's it.
Endurance. One of those, please. Burn their flesh, which I like.
Let's go!
They're relatively easy to kill, so we don't need to worry too much. Just sort of pile our way through them, really. More vessel flesh and bone. Oh, there's something else. There's another one. come together. And can you do your yeah. Lovely job. Got another note. Folded for a page from Aldheim's journal. Day 10. Patrons grow impatient with the lack of quantifiable results. They should drag themselves out of their mansions and spend a few nights here if they think it's so easy. Okay, so he's got patrons then. People are working for him in the town itself. Let's check here. Score of Fireball. Day 11. Finally got out of the tower to clear our heads. Beasts take the patrons. We'll finish the study on our own terms, our own time. Just as I said as much to Trindig, the sky came to life with stray lightning. I said it's a good omen, but the poor lad's spooked. Only cure for that is a good night's sleep. Okay, let's come over here.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Just some money. Fine scepter. He was using a scepter. Is it you? You're using a wand. 11 to 17 pierce. 11 to 18 crush and slash. Not sure about that. We will see. We'll leave him with a wand for now. So we only have one way up. Or there might be a way over here. There might be something over here. Just in this little alcovey bit. There's a table. Got a ring. Sigil of the Arcane. Rings can feature plain bands. Arcane Dampener. Beneficial effect suspended for 15 seconds. So does that need to go on Aloth, I suppose? He's not wearing that any other ring, so he can. Oops, did I not pick it up? Oh, I didn't read the letter. Dang it. Hold on. Aloth, put that on. And let's go to here. That's day 11. Day 10, which we've got. So 11, 10, which one's you? Day 2. Hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that 10? Yep. And that 11? Yep. Now where are those other books? Are they in here? Let's try and put some order to this so I can see what's going on. Here they go. This is a letter from Acanthia. This is new. Aldheim. Wasn't she the woman? I did indeed receive your recent summons, as well as the 2 that came before it. I had been waiting for you to present yourself on my doorstep so that I could give you my answer in person, a firm and unwavering no. I won't help you. In fact, I relish the idea that you and your team of glorified engineers, sitting in that tower, sweating over the runes I've studied for years. Nothing gives me greater pleasure than knowing that my research, which you've long disparaged, is the missing piece in your mundane little puzzle. As well you know, it's knowledge I've always valued. I'm just around the corner. I encourage you to find me should you wish to rehash this conversation in person. Yeah, that's her. Definitely, and that's a quest item, so I can't move that. There are no other books. We've got no other books. I find that strange. Oh, here we go. Lord Veritas's Will. Page from Volvano. Crumple page. This is day 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's Trindig's letter, so we'll put that over here as well, just to keep everything together, really. That's Volvano. We've got lots of stuff to sell. So we're just collecting what together we can. Should we go up higher, I suppose? Yeah, that Acanthia, whatever it is that not the woman who was next door with the dead people, or with the live people that she was feeding off? Is that not her? Let's go up. We go up to another level of the tower. 3rd level now. Oh, it's the top. Oh wow, what a great view. Great way they've done that. That's one of them devices. Isn't it the same thing that we saw? Standing near the device feels like being blown around by a storm gale. The stone stips with hums and energy. That is the same. I swear it's the same. Here he is.
Eh? Let's try this configuration. Still nothing.
He's dead.
Found a device.
A man hunches over the strange mechanism, his spine a sharp ridge rising from his arched back. He's barely clothed in filthy rags, and the patches of skin you see mottled green. A spoiled stench emanates from him. He's so intent on his work that he doesn't notice you until your shadow falls over him. When he turns and sees you, he snarls and scuttles behind the Ardra pedestal. Only his bare teeth seem to have escaped decay. His eyes are yellowed and bloodshot, but they flicker with intelligence. He averts his gaze and holds a hand in front of his face.
Shouldn't be here. What do you want?
Tell me what happened here.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
He smashes a fist into the Adra pillar and his hand makes a crunching noise but does not bleed.
Forgive me. Forgive me. Research. We came to do research on the tower. Some commission from gods. It hardly matters now.
Alof's lips twist in disgust. If I had a copper skit for every fool animancer whose thirst for knowledge led to a disaster, well, I never would have ended up in Gilded Vow, that's for sure. Keep talking, Alheim.
Something happened on our 11th night. Lights in the sky and a static charge in the air. But we were so careful. We were staying in the chambers below. Trindig, my assistant, said he saw a robed figure lurking around the tower. Wore a mask. Carried knives at his sides. A trick of shadows, I told him. The next morning, we felt strange. Like we hadn't eaten in weeks. So dazed that we didn't at first notice the blood around our beds. The strange wounds that had appeared overnight. And the machine. This cursed spire. Dormant for 2,000 years. Lifeless through hundreds of our experiments. And we wake that morning to find it spinning on its own. On its own! How can we stop what we couldn't start? Years I've been doing this. Years. I know how these things work, but I don't know how this happened. Nowhere to go. That's the problem. Their souls are trapped here like flies in a jar, clinging to rotting meat.
Okay. So slow down. What does the machine have to do with souls? You don't seem like you know a thing or two about flies. Okay, slow down. What does the machine have to do with souls?
No time to slow down. But I can explain. Hold a magnet over iron splinters and they stick. Yes. Rub your hand over weir wool and the hair of your head will follow it. So it is with this machine.
It's a magnet for souls. This is... So, dead thing, the souls can't be released, they get drawn in. What he's talking about is like, this is the magnet. So, and souls are the iron filing. So think about it, every child that's born, its soul is automatically ripped out, leaving it hollow-born, and the soul comes to one of these types of machines.
It has the power to manipulate souls, but why? For what? And how many others lie buried in the ruins of Erglanfath? No. Focus on this one. It's imprisoned our souls in our bodies. Cut the root between essence and flesh. Left a dwindling soul stuck in a shriveling husk.
There was a stranger in the tower the night this happened.
I didn't see him. My assistant, he saw him. We laughed. Said he was spooked by the cemetery. Perhaps it was already too late. I don't know what he did. But by morning the machine was on and we were slain. People were already on the streets, complaining of neighbors and family members acting strangely.
What happened to the rest of your team? Where's the dude?
By the time I realized what had happened, the district had already been sealed. So we fed when we needed, and locked ourselves in the tower to work. And then there came a time when the hunger struck, and there was hardly anyone left.
But you're not like the ghouls in the street.
Not yet. But I will be. My body is dead. My soul, imprisoned in this corpse, only makes it seem otherwise. And as the body decays, so does the mind. Until nothing is left but the hunger. The only way to forestall the process is through a regular infusion of essence. Living flesh is the only ready supply. I'm not proud of any of it. Hunting men and women in the early days of the affliction. Picking off soldiers that came to investigate. But I'd do it again. I'll do it as long as I must to end this disaster.
So he wants to bring this end to an end.
You could help. Help me end this. Help me find sustenance.
How can I help?
Not your help I need. It's Harridan, shrew. Squanders her research on frivolities, then refuses to make herself useful. Runes. The runes are the last part of the puzzle. Acantha knows them. She gives them to you, and you can turn the machine off. Release our souls.
Okay. She wasn't here the night the machine came on, staying with her patron somewhere near, too good to be burdened with that ignorant company. I'll get the words. His soul needs to be released, so if I need him because he knows the machine. So I'll get the words from Acantha.
Yes. Acantha. She was here, in the district. Probably here still, always prepared. Clever lady, that one. And perhaps you bring me something. Something to keep me sharp. Then I show you a secret about the machine. Something to make you strong.
Nope, we're not doing that bit. This is an animancer in his natural state, Watcher. Never has he respected the sanctity of the gods' creation, only now he no longer has the cunning to hide it. He should be put down like a sick animal, although not without first putting his spirit to the flames test. And I agree, he will be put down. We're not going to be getting him any sort of flesh or anything to help him, of course. Just that machine. So let's go back down. Let's go and let's get our party together. And proceed to the bottom. We go right to the bottom. We're going to go and get Acantha. We've got about 10 minutes or so left of the episode, so we should have enough time. Let's go and find her. Get these words. Now I'm hoping he's not going to make the situation worse by like spreading the power wider than it already is in the one district, but I think it should be able to release them, and then we can kill them if necessary, release their souls, and then hopefully this issue in Defiance Bay can be put to an end. Now, where's her house? Valtus Manor. Acantha's house. Here it is. I wonder how our stronghold's getting on. Just have a quick look at that as well. 3 days, 6 hours for the curtain wall. Now we released, there are no souls for her to feed upon, or him, because we released them, quite rightly so. Let's see if she's in the talking mood. She wasn't last time, if I remember correctly, couldn't do anything. There she is. You return. What have you come seeking this time? I need the words to operate the with the machine in the tower. I saw you in a vision. There's something you need to do for me. Oh, yes, she's the woman.
Believe me, I've heard that line before. It's rude to stare, you know. Don't worry. I've no mind to start anything with you. After all, I've stayed in such good shape by choosing my meals carefully.
I need the words to operate the with the machine in the tower.
That fool Aldhelm. He sent you, didn't he? I can hardly believe he's had the cleverness to survive. That simpleton thinks he can understand how to use something without understanding what it is, or why it is.
You feel a hot core of pride smouldering at the center of her soul.
He dabbles with ancient and powerful devices, with all the finesse of a blacksmith. He sends you here to petition me for aid after years of disparaging my research. I'll bet he didn't even tell you the tower's name, did he? That's his problem. Always looking for solutions without caring for meaning.
Tell me the tower's name.
Ter Nuneth. It's called Ter Nuneth. They built the machine atop it to contain souls, hold them in place. But the others I've seen, machines scattered all over the Deerwood, are relays, built to move souls.
Where would they move souls?
Another mystery. Hypothetically, anywhere they wished. The real question, as always, is why? To intermix them the way a player shuffles his deck, the way a farmer rotates his fields? To collect them, like butterflies under glass? To melt them down for raw essence? Unfortunately, I don't know.
Why would the Ingwithans have wanted to tether souls like this?
Perhaps they didn't. Perhaps that's why they built no other machines like this one. We now see the Engwithans as masters of soul manipulation, but they couldn't have attained their expertise without copious trial and error. Perhaps this was one such experiment.
You seem to know a lot about Tir Nuneth.
I read the runes like a journal. I understand their meaning. People like Aldhelm try to read them like instructions, and in so doing, they miss their true meaning completely.
So how do you operate the machine on top of the tower?
Back to these Tinker's concerns. And what would you do with these tethered souls if I told you?
I'd release them.
So you say. And just what would you release them to? They'd abandon their existence here for another somewhere else, equally aimless and meaningless.
I could help you, but I won't. The pride logged in her soul flares up, twisting into the shape of something that writhes and squeals within her. Here, I have specimens aplenty and time enough to observe them all. It's every scientist's dream. My answer is no. So I can extinguish her pride. The fate of these trapped souls is more important. They're inconsequential. Their existence means nothing. They don't even understand their predicament, which you and I can see so clearly. Her pride blazes on. Through them I'll accomplish more than any of my peers. And who would know about it? The pride thing flickers as the flames around its bait. All I've learned, years of studying the Ingwithan language, no one understands it better than me. That counts for something. Your opportunities are infinite, are finite. One day that knowledge will die with you. Knowledge is meaningless unless it's shared. A foolish, false sentiment. Knowledge is meaning. It needs no external purpose. Her pride smoulders still. I like doing this. I'm not going to quite... what I'm doing is I'm playing with her. I don't want to extinguish that yet, because it may be sort of the last chance we get to speak to her about it. Your opportunities are finite. One day your knowledge will die with you. Her pride hisses and sputters. It's a little more than an ember now. You're wrong, but there's no conviction in her voice. I'll build it forever. I'll cling to it. That will give me something. Teach me what you know. I'll make sure that it grows and your legacy lives on. Your words finally quench her pride, and all that remains is black and diamond hard rock. You cast it away where it melts into the darkness.
So be it. My studies and efforts shall grow through yours.
These are the words you need. Her cold, dry fingertips rest on your temples, and you feel her reaching into your mind, forming images from the darkness. Runes flash through your head, but they're no longer just pictures. They have meaning, and you understand them. They're commands. Something triggers in your mind, a distant memory unearthed from a past life long since buried. You can see a vast array of runes, far more than I can have shown you, and you know their sound and their meaning, and you know how they fit together. The language of Engwith once more at your command.
Something has awakened in your mind. You understand far more than I ever did. Take this knowledge, then, and do what you will with Ter Nuneth. Now that you understand its purpose, it will serve you in whatever way you wish.
What do I do with the tower now that I know these words? You said other towers around the Deerwood were constructed to move souls. Okay, we're going to go back to around the things that went. Explain how they work. Harnessing the power of Tir Nunath is about understanding what it was designed to do. You know the words and their meanings, you can speak them, and the tower shall obey. Okay, that's the same. That's that.
Turn it off, I expect. That will be easy now that you can read the runes. The vessels would still roam, but striking them down would return their essence to the cycle. But be careful. That machine controls hundreds of souls, and that volume of essence could easily overload it. Improperly channeling the essence would destroy the machine along with the souls. It would be a terrible loss for posterity.
Out of the corner of his eye, Alf gives you a slow look. It seems your ravenous new friend has just given us the key to ending this wretchedness for good. And now that we've seen what this machine is capable of, I do hope you're not squeamish about the loss of a few hundred souls. That's all, thanks. So there we go, we've now got that part of it. Deal with the machine.
Eh?
I think we really should turn it off. It's simply not right to have a machine. Although, what would happen to the souls? It's difficult to know what would happen to the souls, I suppose. We'll have to test. Let's go in. While I'm thinking about this, I think we will probably turn it off, if that is the option. Can we do it from here? We cannot. Must use the pedestal, I assume, then. Proceed to the top. Okay. Aldam looks much worse than before. His rotten flesh hangs loosely and his sores have eaten away patches off his skin and his joints. He looks at you with a strange glimmer in his eyes.
Flesh.
He takes a tentative scuttling step towards you. He doubles over, coughing up strings of black bile, and seems to have forgotten about you for the moment. So, let's turn it off. Jagged Ardra pillar rises in front of you, encased in stonework and run through with copper veins. The panel is covered with runes, and you can now understand. You recognise the word for end and for hold. The dial is currently fixed on hold. You also recognise by an inscription that the manner in which you turn the dial is a means of throttling the device. Maximise the machine's throttling in hopes of overloading the device. That would destroy it. I don't want to destroy it, I don't think. Choose end. As the command words leave your lips, the dial sinks into the Ardra under your hand. Something like a thunderclap sounds overhead. The glow fades from the machine as it falls dormant.
Still and silent. It's finally over.
Is that it? Dying heritage. So I also learned in Gwithan, which means I can now operate them. I turn the machine atop the Tir Nunath off, which means that the souls in Heritage Hill can be returned to the cycle.
Still and silent. Eh?
Well, that's that one done.
Finally over.
That machine is now off. So let's go down to the bottom. That was quite an easy. I was expecting him to attack us, but now the whole machine is silent, so all the souls are no longer being held, which should mean so we can now speak Engwithan, so we can now read runes and we can turn off and on and do other things to the other nodes, which might mean that we can stop the legacy. Because I think what's happening is every child that's being born is basically being sort of dragged in, I suppose. Undying heritage, that's done. So really the next thing then is to keep in defiance. Oh, who's that? Dunwood Row Messenger. Beg your pardon, I have a message for you. You are summoned to Hadret House, where Lady Webb wishes to meet with you as soon as possible. Hadret House? They say she's an ancient spider spinning her nets throughout the city. He gives you a careful look. If she wishes to see you, that either bodes very well or very ill. How did you know how to find me? Well, it's Lady Webb. She knows everything. Tell me about Lady Webb. Do you not know Lady Webb? She's... well, no one's seen her exactly in a long time, but she's mistress of Dunwood Row. Has been for as long as anyone can remember. He pauses, eyeing passably with suspicion. Quietly he continues. She's supposed to be old. Older than anybody, and she never leaves her room. Some say she's wasted away and she's just a pile of bones kept animated by dark magics. She's still at it, best anyone can tell, learning things, keeping us safe, pulling the strings behind the throne too, it's said. Has a ring of ciphers doing her bidding, telling her everything that goes on. You do wrong in this country. Before you go asking the gods for forgiveness, you best ask Lady Webb first. So what's Dunwood Row? A whole mess of ciphers run out of Hadrat House. They make it their business to keep the peace, but they don't like you to see them do it. Problems in the city have a way of going away on their own, and when that happens, you can make a pretty good guess as to why. Okay. Where can I find Hadrat House? In Brackenbury, my lord. The southwest corner. You'll find the lady upstairs. Okay. We have a new quest from a man, but we have also managed to free Defiance Bay of this problem it had with souls being held, especially in this area. So now anything that dies here, the souls will return to the circle. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please remember to leave a like. Any comments as well in the comment section below. I'm always pleased to receive them, and you know, I always try and reply to them as well. So thanks very much for watching. You take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time for some more Pillars of Eternity.